Made it. Hey.
Good evening, good evening, good evening.
Welcome back to another voyage. Welcome back to another journey. Get on board. Put all your stuff up, feet up, find a place to relax, grab something to drink. Welcome to another voyage at the Helm with Kelli and Walyne.
I'm Kelli.
And I am Walyne. It is July the 10th, 2025. And we bid you greetings this evening. Hope everyone is doing well. I was sitting in here getting prepared a while ago, and I heard the thunder rumble. Looked outside, and it's pouring down rain. The weather has been more than unusual in the last couple weeks, days.
Mother Nature is showing her power.
I think Mother Nature may be a little upset about what's happening. I don't know.
And probably because there's been warnings that this maybe could happen. The climate.
Yeah.
Climate is not weather. But the climate is definitely changing. We're having these 100 and 1,000 year floods
Twice a year.
on a Tuesday. So
having them on regular.
But we do our thoughts and prayers go out to those who have been affected, even right here in North Carolina, where we are, but certainly across the country, in Texas, where there has been a tragic loss of life. We do pray for those families, and we hope that there is change. And I do know that there is a bill in Texas right now that the governor is going to be introducing that is supposed to be about safety and weather and getting the word out. But somehow they managed to put things about abortion in that bill. So
yeah,
they are unserious.
And on that note, and it's a tragic situation of what happened with all of those families. But this is a time really when the leaders, the decision makers, instead of blaming everyone else and instead of coming together, that's what they want to do. Don't get caught up in the narrative. Don't get caught up in the gaslighting. Don't get caught up in the bumper sticker messages that they come up with and try to put blame on one person. That river has flooded every decade for the last 30 years. This is not the first time it's the first time it's happened on this magnitude, but they have had these flash floods and they've had this weather conditions on this river. And again, at least once every decade, sometimes twice every decade for the last 30 years. So when you want to start blaming people, don't look at who has been in office the last year, right now, 4 years ago. Count back, go back decades and look at what people did not do. And look at how they, again, spent money on other things and what they wanted to do and did not look out for people's safety. Because this could have been, and this is not a one person party's fault. This is a group of leaders' fault. This is everybody who sits and makes those decisions. So again, don't get caught up in the gaslighting. Don't get caught up in the rhetoric of just, the separation and the division, because that's what they continue to want to do.
But do be mindful of the people who are in power right now. The governor of Texas spent over $200 million putting people on planes and shipping them to other cities. And $200 million can go a long way in building infrastructure.
Oh, yeah.
This current administration fired so many federal employees. Would it have stopped the weather from coming? No. Would more people have been warned and maybe could have gotten to safety? Probably.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, there is blame. And I know, people don't want to use that word, but we elect people to take care of us, and when they don't, they need to be held accountable for that. And I don't know, the governor that they have, they must love him because he keeps winning, and he's up for re-election again next year. And this current administration has said we don't need FEMA. FEMA is who would come in right now and take care of the people who have been affected by weather. So
Rafael Cruz, who's been your senator, he bears some of that. And I guess, to say that, their message is going to be, they're going to blame it on 30,000 missing emails. They're going to blame it on someone who they said was incompetent and was old and couldn't talk no more. They're going to blame it on the black president. That's what they're going to do. They're going to push that narrative. So that's going to be, and so don't get caught up in that gaslight, and know that there's a whole lot of other responsibility that goes around.
Yes, Ms. Priscilla, he is the president, and the buck stops at his desk.
Yes.
And what do we do going forward? So we may have fumbled the ball. What do we do? What do we do going forward so that there is no more loss of life? Because there is something that the people who are currently in charge, and I say that, use that word lightly, there is something that they can do. But stay safe, stay vigilant, watch your local weather forecast.
While we have them.
Yeah, while the meteorologists can still make forecasts based on the information they have.
Tapping into NOAA.
But stay safe. Check on your neighbors.
That they're trying to get rid of.
What else is going on?
Everything's happening.
Everything is happening. I will say that we are not officially, didn't happen in July, but we are officially installed as officers of our local NAACP branch. So thank you to all who played a part, who came out to support. It was put together on very short notice, so we know that not everybody who wanted to be in attendance could be there, but we felt you in spirit, and we continue to ask for your support. Continue to push us to do what it is that the community needs, and to be what the NAACP has always been, the biggest, boldest, baddest civil rights organization in the world. And so we plan to continue to hold a light to that and hold up the banner of what this organization is, but we cannot do it without your support. The NAACP is a people-powered organization, so we need people. If you live or work in Raleigh, Apex, Cary, Garner, Fuquay-Varina, Morrisville, or Wake County, consider joining us at the Raleigh Apex branch of the NAACP. Your help is needed. And if you don't live in those areas or work in those areas, your donation is still solicited.
Yes.
And welcome.
And needed.
To
continue to do this work.
To continue to do the work.
Yes, Priscilla, they want to continue to cut all federal funding for everything, really, and blame it. I saw something, actually saw it yesterday, but I saw as I was leaving, it was running across somebody's computer at work. They had their computer on the news station. $8.1 million was pulled away from Wake County Public Schools.
Mm.
So funding that goes to help, and specifically cutting out programs that helped kids who needed food, students who were trying to learn English. So it was definitely a racist decision to try to
From Wake County?
Mm-hmm. But it was federally funded. It was
federal
federal funds. Yeah, it was federal funds that came from the wrestling lady, Linda McMahon, in the Department of Education. So yeah, what she did when they cut all the money, it cut money out of schools for North Carolina and Wake County.
And can I just say, like, this is part of my frustration. They are doing everything that they said they were going to do. We talked about Project 2025 extensively. Is that thunder?
Y'all hear that? Yeah, that's thunder.
It's so loud. We
see
talked
the
about
lightning flash
Project
behind you?
2025 extensively. So they told us what they were going to do. Cut FEMA, they told us. Cut education, they told us. Round people up and deport them, they told us. We didn't know that they would be kidnapping people off the street with mask faces, but they told us. And so the frustration comes for people who knowingly went to the polls and knowingly cast a vote for all of this chaos and destruction and devastation. And for those who did not go to the polls and vote for the person who gave us policy. People knowingly went to the polls and voted for someone who had no policy. He had a concept of plan. He had a concept of a plan. He had 34 felonies. He was found civilly liable for sexual assault in a court of law. And people still went to the polls and voted for that. And now we find ourselves where the most vulnerable of our population is being harmed. And we can't just always be in outrage. And like Hakeem Jeffries was talking the other day about a Project 2026, bruh. The time to pull together a Project 2026 was 20 years ago.
Yes.
When they was pulling together Project 2025. This is not new.
Not 20 minutes
ago. This is
ago.
my frustration with the Democratic Party. Like, we, first of all, don't know how to fight. We won't fight. If this election had gone the other way, do you think we still would not be hearing about it in court about stolen votes and conspiracy theories and illegal elections? We would still be hearing about. We are still hearing about the 2020 election.
Mm-hmm.
We're still hearing about it because they don't stop. And what do? So
we tell the truth a few times.
Calm down.
And when people don't want to hear it, we stop telling it. And they keep lying every day.
And how much more powerful would it have been? All these rallies we're having, this No Kings rally. When we allowed that man to be on the ballot, we signed up for this. So we should have been in the streets. Before he became the Republican nominee, we should have been in the streets. So we cannot keep reacting to the last tragedy. What's next? What are we doing next? What are we doing next? That's the question. So this is an election year. I think people are filing right now for the offices that they're running for. By the end of July, we will know who is running for what office. And it's time for us to hold these, like, while they're running, we need to know, what is your plan? And don't tell me that you just got into office, because you're running right now. You know the predicament that we're in. And we knew that Project 2025 was coming. We knew it. So what plans were we making to make sure people didn't die? Because that's where we are right now with this big bogus BS bill. Hospitals are going to close. People are going to lose their health care. People are literally going to die. And we know that they don't care. We know they don't care if people die. They don't care. They only care about power. And it seems like they only care about bankrupting this country, because that's what they're doing. So they have given, in this bill, ICE more money than most military budgets in the country.
Mm-hmm.
ICE got more than the Marine Corps. Where are we on that? And not to make borders safer, is to pay people, to give people money, to give people these bonuses. So the border is not safer because they gave them billions of dollars.
Nope.
What are we doing about it? Because we as a people have conceded our power. We are the ones who elect these people. Even if you don't vote for these people, you can still call them and let them know that you are holding them accountable. So that's on us. It's on us right now to protect our neighbors, to protect ourselves, because there is, something out right now where they want to round up, all of these people who they say have overstayed their visas. And of course, they don't come from the European countries,
Nope.
Venezuela, Haiti. Now, one of us look Haitian.
One of us don't.
One of us look Haitian. So while I'm just out minding my business, trying to get groceries,
Water from Costco.
what's keeping them from pulling up on me in a mask in an unmarked vehicle with clothes on that don't say nothing and saying we're rounding up Haitians today? Nothing. All right, there's nothing to stop them from doing that. So none of us are safe until all of us are safe. So let me just say that.
Exactly. And that fool said today that the mentally ill need to be sent away too. That people, some people have mental issues, some people have mental problems. They may need to be removed from the country too. So again, this is where we're headed.
There is no line. There is no line that they can cross. He's talking about deporting even American citizens. And again, he ain't talking about people that look like Wayne.
No.
He's not talking about them.
They hadn't rounded up one of them yet on camera. Probably ain't rounded up one on behind the scenes.
And they can, he can tweet that it's going to be criminals, and then the media will report it that it's criminals. But sometimes your only crime is being black, being brown.
Because they've made that a crime.
That's your only crime. So what are we doing? What are we going to do? The time is now to get out and do it. So I didn't have none of that written down. but this is where we are. And it's incumbent upon us to look out for ourselves and to look out for our neighbors.
Yes. And again, the big, horrendous, ugly BS bill is death by denial of health care. They're going to be estimated 51,000 preventable deaths per year if that would have been preventable due to this bill. Hospitals, again, will close, taking SNAP, food insecurities, immigrants, trying to keep them from getting any aid, trying to keep them from being naturalized, getting citizenships. All of that is going to take.
And can I just say, these are the pro-life people?
Yeah, these are pro-life people.
These are people who they put on TV and they care about life.
But again,
they're able to push the narrative and nobody challenges them. They're not pro-life.
No.
People are going to die.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they are continuing to take the taxes. The Yale University sent out a report and said that the households that would suffer a net income loss of $700 per year, the people who are only going to lose $700 a year are the top 1%. People who they're going to get a $30,000 increase because of their tax deduction. The 1%. People who make less than $30,000 a year, they're going to lose over $700. That's a lot of money for someone who doesn't already make a lot of money. And so, again, they're only going to say and talk about the things that they want to talk about in this bill. And I know I've already heard some people say, well, they told people that there's going to be no more taxes on tips and no more taxes on Social Security. And that's only the half truth. They've put limits on that. So,
and what percentage of the population work for tips?
Yeah.
So who are they really helping? The 1% far outnumbers those who are the breaks that they will get will far outnumber those combined.
Yes.
If we put all of the people who work for tips combined,
yes,
it's not going to amount to what the top 1%
make.
Yeah, what they make.
There's going to be a cap on that. And also, that is only federal taxes that they removed from your tips and your Social Security. You're still going to pay Social Security tax on it, and you're still going to pay local, state and local taxes on it. So again, they like to tell the half story and the half truth. Just like there's going to be free money coming in, you don't got to account for it. It's your money, ball out, do what you want to do with it. That's not what's happening.
I mean, and let's just look back on history. Anytime that the Republican Party is in office, there's always war. There's always deficit. And I don't know, people love to talk about the Democrats and why they keep voting, especially Black people, why Black people keep voting for Democrats and why they can't get off the plantation and what do they get? And my question is, what do you get when you vote for the Republican Party? Nobody ever asked that question. What do white people who overwhelmingly vote for the Republican Party, what is it? What is it that you get that makes you continue to vote in that way?
I mean, they promote your whiteness. I mean, that's really all they have to do, and continue to make that feel like it's the most important.
Look in the mirror and make that determination.
Yeah.
Or tap in right now. Tell us, what is it? What is it? Because are you part of the 1% that's going to get these tax breaks? Like, there's got to be something. There's got to be something more than what Wayne just said. It's got to be something more than whiteness that drives you to the polls, that makes you get up in the morning, get out of your bed, to go to the polls and continue to vote for devastation.
Yeah, but but that's the big part. The big part is I can be the 1% if we can get rid of everything that ain't white. We can get rid of immigrants. We can get rid of lazy folks. We can get rid of people who are draining the system and living off the system. We can get rid of all of them. Because of my superiority, because I was born with this privilege, I can be one of them. I can be one of them. But the reason I'm not is because of all the others.
They've done a good job selling that.
Because of all the others. I can't be rich. I'm not a millionaire right now because people want to marry we have same-sex marriages. I mean, really, that's what they're told me. For 20, 30 years, you've been voting for them. Where are you at now? Where you at now? Where you at? Because that has nothing to do. But when they can fool you and tell you, because people are coming across the border to seek refuge from a place that you have helped destabilize, that we're having a housing crisis. And you believe it. You believe that. And because people want to have, the same-sex marriage, oh my gosh. That's why I can't make it in life. That's why I can't be all I want to be, is because of all these other people. And I can buy into the otherism. And they sell me that bill of goods that I am privileged.
They do a fine job.
Yeah. And really, you are the elite because you white. And who they've really fooled the most is white women. Because
the most egregious.
Yeah. They're fooled in the most because really it's the men that, if you, like you said earlier, if you know your history, when they wrote the rules of life in what we know as the Constitution, when we know it's the Declaration, when they wrote the rules of life, there was one team that they wrote for: rich, white, straight landowners.
Male.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let them out.
But nobody else could own land, so
yeah,
that's a given.
And that's what they wrote it for. Those were the people they wrote to be in power. Those were the rules they wrote to keep people in power. And those are the ones. And again, you sell them that bill of goods that, hey, you can be just like the rest if it wasn't only for the others. And so that's why people are not concerned when they're rounding up people in MacArthur Park in California, when they're going and snatching people out of Home Depots and Walmarts and places where they work. And again, you've not seen one non-melanated person. Not one. Not one.
I know there's some people from Russia over here.
There's
overstayed their visa.
There's plenty. There's plenty of undocumented people who are outside their visa. They want to call them illegals. There's plenty of them that share my same look. There's plenty. Mm-hmm. But they not any of those places rounding up folks. No. But again, it's the message, and it's what they've been able to sell and And it's worked for them for all this time. So why stop? The Southern
Yeah,
strategy.
and who gonna stop them? They got
Yeah.
the charade attitude. Who gonna check me?
Yeah.
Who is going to check them?
And so that's why
It's our job.
it's important that we get information and we are factual, because there's blame to go around everywhere. Because when Democrats had all of the offices and all of the means to make change, they should have voted in the living wage. They should have voted in universal health care. They should have put some things in place that would have stood the test of time. Then you wouldn't be. It would have helped some. Why didn't they?
Why didn't they?
Because they saw white nationalists. Really, most of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Go hard in the paint.
Yeah. I mean, if we're gonna be honest, it's time. It's really.
We're not pulling no punches.
No, because you want to.
They want to reach across the aisle.
They want to reach.
They want to play nice. They already know what's across the aisle.
They know what's across the aisle.
Hey, I'll sign off on that. I'll sign off on that.
Yeah. So and it's power and position. That's what they want to stay in that, because they're things that could have been done.
Yeah.
Could have been done.
Yep.
But when 49 Republicans and 8 Democrats voted in 2021 to keep 51 million people away from a living wage.
2021, the Democrats could run a Boston.
It was on the floor.
They had the
White
House.
You had 8.
They had the Senate.
Yeah.
They had the House.
Yeah. And now and even now and so look at the faces.
Elected, they had the House, but go ahead.
Yeah, look at the faces of these leaders now in this so-called party of the people, of the working class. When Mr. Mondani in New York has won the Democratic primary, even their own party is looking like, what we're going to do about that? Instead of getting on board. And that man clearly said, they've called him all these names, communists, they've called him all these names, all this time. And that man came and quoted Dr. King. He said, look, I'm just trying to follow Dr. King when there's got to be a better way for us to distribute. There's got to be a better way for the distribution of wealth among all of God's people, among all of humanity. You can't get on board with that. They can't get on board with a message like that. No, because they are fearful. They're fearful that that's not going to be the majority. It's not going to go that way. And they're fearful. They're not going to stand up. Spineless.
I'm not one for New York politics because, I'm not in New York. But, I see that he is maybe trying to upset the status quo. But for me personally, he's a little problematic. He was part of that uncommitted vote.
Oh, no, he was.
So
he was.
That's part of the reason why we're here.
Part of the reason is here because
if he gonna whip New York in shape, more power to him.
Yep.
So and the Democrats in New York, Hakeem, Chuck Schumer, they're gonna have to fall in line, or it looks like New York knows how to get some people out of office. That's how AOC got in office.
Yeah.
That's how Jamal Bowman got in office for his one term. And now Mamdani. So New York they got a good ground game. So we'll see what happens.
See how it goes.
We'll see what happens there. All right. In other news, this is a hard shift. Diddy got committed. Diddy got acquitted. Committed is what he should have got. Acquitted.
Stop it left, right. I don't know the voting term. Take turn right. Exit left. But anyway.
Yeah. So, I don't know. How do we feel about that? He got acquitted of the most serious charges, which is why I feel like women don't come forward. And why I feel like when this whole thing was going around, would you choose to be in the woods with a man or a bear? Women chose the bear. That's just where we are. So, that's all I got to say about that. We'll see. We'll see. He's supposed to be sentenced in October. He's looking at up to 20 years for the 2 charges of prostitution or moving people for prostitution. We'll see what happens. But what does that do? What does that do to the music? I know this is a little different for me than R. Kelly. Like I was a super R. Kelly fan. But I did not have any problem taking R. Kelly out of my rotation. So he's not on any of my playlists. But they're different. Like I kind of still like Mace, who has his own problems with Diddy. Diddy has been a problem for a lot of people. I still listen to some. These are all '90s music. I still want to listen to some old Faith. I still want to listen to some old Mary J. Blige. I'm still gonna listen maybe to some old Biggie, who also was problematic. And when you go back now and listen to all the music, the old music, like music was problematic. Our music, our 90s, 80s, 90s music, we was vibing to some stuff we probably shouldn't have been vibing to. But now that we're over the hill, we can look back up the hill and say,
I mean, if the list ever comes out of everybody that was at the freak off, you gonna turn the radio off.
Maybe some TV, some movies.
I mean,
But I mean, I think that's different. I think if people show up for consensual things and everybody's an adult, hey, if that's what you like, that's what you like.
But clearly, there was some not consensual things going on.
Yeah, well, yeah. But you said the list. So if we find out that people was at the party just doing consensual things, they was at the party. Jamie Foxx, and I think a lot of people now have known about these parties. A lot of people have said things about these parties. Like, I know when it's time to leave. Some people have said that. Don't stay around the Diddy party too long. But yeah, so I don't know. When you think about the music, the Diddy music, and there's a big catalog when it comes to Diddy. Not like R. Kelly was the artist, R. Kelly was the pedophile. So R. Kelly is a no for me. Diddy is
he was the pipe.
Well, he's been acquitted. So Diddy is the person who was pushing prostitution. That's all I can say about Diddy, because allegedly, reportedly, is everything else. We know that he's a horrible person because of the video that did surface when he was kicking Cassie while she was on the floor.
Was there any charges for that? You getting some assault charges? Or
no, nobody pressed
violent charges.
Nobody pressed charges for that. For that one particular, he was not on trial for that particular thing. So, two things can be true. He's a horrible person, and he's a little bit of a freak. I mean,
three things can be.
That's just the freak according to my standards. He might be normal to some other people. They might not be freaky at all, but that's let y'all work that out. And he is a good producer of music. I don't know, but this is more time than I wanted to spend on Diddy. So.
And there's no comments. No comments on Diddy.
Nobody got nothing to say about Diddy.
Yeah, nobody.
And I don't want to. Yeah, that's really it. So we'll see what happens in October. I don't know that he'll get a lot of time. And then the other person who is at the top of this administration, who has also been found guilty, civilly liable for sexual assault, will probably pardon him.
They'll be.
So that's it.
They'll go a couple million votes.
Because these are federal charges. Well, I mean, votes for what? He is not supposed to run again, but hey, there's a lot of things that he's doing that he's not supposed to do again. So right now we're not worried about votes.
Okay, on July the 10th at 8:35, he's gonna run again.
He's already said it, so we know he's definitely gonna try.
Oh yeah.
And he has a Supreme Court who says he can do what he want to do. So there are no guardrails.
So yeah.
So if there even is another election, because hey, maybe he'll start a war and then say we're not having no elections because we had war. There's just so many things that could happen.
If only they.
And this is why one King's Day rally, one No King's Day rally, that ain't enough. Y'all need to be in the streets. Y'all need to be in the streets.
Yeah, I was out there.
You was out there?
Yes.
For the No King's rally?
No, for the keep that fool out of office rally.
Yeah, I mean, we did what we could do in our circle of influence. We shared information. We provided voting days. We told you what the options were.
But the flat earthers.
But I don't know, 74 million people. 74 million people. You live beside them. You shop with them.
That's
You
them.
work with them.
Yep.
They keep your kids.
There was some
I don't know about that, but
there was some voter suppression. There's some stuff coming out. There was
yeah, but we know 74 million people voted for it. And we know several million people who voted for Joe Biden did not show up to vote for Kamala Harris. This we know.
Yeah. I heard someone
So
say
on
that
top
was
of
like,
all the other stuff, these are the basics.
Yeah.
These are the basics that we know.
there was 10 million people 10 million less people that voted in this last election than in the previous.
I'm upset with you people.
Yeah.
I am upset with you people.
And when they looked at the numbers, if those 10 million people would have voted like they did in the previous election, it would have been, there wouldn't be people being snatched out of the street with people with masks on. There wouldn't be cages being built in
They give
Florida.
these cute names, alligator, Alcatraz.
There wouldn't be those being built.
And the billionaires keep getting richer because those are private compounds. So privately held holding cells.
Yes.
Concentration camps.
Yep. Maybe.
But people want to worry about their tax dollars going to people who get Medicaid.
Yep. That's what they're worried about. They're not concerned about that money. They're not concerned about all of that. Concerned about a hungry child. And now someone who's 12 or 13 may have to work 30, 40 hours a week so they can get so they can eat, so they can get benefits.
Or go out there in the fields. That's what the agriculture secretary said. If you on Medicaid and you able-bodied, you're gonna be the ones that's taking the place for the people who they are reporting. So they're gonna make the farmers owners of you.
Yeah.
That sound familiar?
Going back to sharecropping.
Does that sound familiar?
That's their plan. And they're saying it out loud.
Because who's gonna check them?
Once we get all these immigrants out of here,
they're not even acting like they care no more.
All these folks who can't afford food and on SNAP benefits, guess what? You got a job now. You go
Sonia says alligator Alcatraz flooded. I mean, they built it in Florida in the Everglades. So they're so smart. They're so smart.
And the horribleness of this is, if they continue this and people end up there will be people that die there due to flood.
Oh yeah, and they will not care.
They will not care.
The pro-lifers
won't care, and they'll blame it on 33,000 missing emails and Joe Biden
and Hunter.
Oh yeah,
Hunter's laptop.
Hunter's laptop, and a beige suit. They'll blame it all on that, and people will buy right into it and be like, "Hey, it's their fault. It's what they do." So, maybe, scripture tells us that God shall not be mocked. Whatsoever one soweth, so shall they also reap. So,
is it okay to want the reaping to be rushed? Let's rush the reaping. Who waiting on?
I don't know. We got somebody calling in? Oh, no.
No.
But yeah. Oh, so as we're dealing with all of this gaslighting and all of the information, I was got caught up on some social media posts the other day talking about this administration. They were great and this bill so good. So there was a conversation back and forth between some folks, and they brought up gas prices. And so I do want to say, don't get caught up in the price of gas being a measuring tool for the quality of our economy. Don't do that. Because if that's the case, our economy has been, in the last 30 days, horrible, good, horrible. Because I have because I have went riding by the Murphy in our area, and in the last 30 days, it's been as low as $2.49 and as high as $2.99. So, gas has nothing to do. So again, but this is what they do. They're good at their messaging, and he loves the poorly educated. So whatever he says, people just believe it. And gas goes down $2.50 a gallon. Hey, he's a great president. Gas goes up.
Never mind, everything else is going up.
Yeah, gas goes up to 320.
Uncrustables, hot dogs,
Everything, everything. My Uncrustables,
chicken.
everything.
It might be coming down a little bit. I got a good deal at Costco the other day.
So I realized I've kind of figured out what the problem is. Day one is just not got here yet.
Yeah, because he was gonna do everything on day one.
Day one, Israel and Gaza war was gonna stop.
Yep.
Day one, Russia and Ukraine was gonna stop.
Yep.
Day one, eggs price was going down.
Yep.
Day one, all groceries were going down. Day one, gas was going down. What else was gonna happen on day one?
Oh, so many things.
Everything, yeah. So,
and what happened on day one? What was the executive order he signed the first day?
I don't know. But yeah, so really, if we could just get to day one,
we could just get there.
Maybe things would be a little better if we could just get to day one.
All right. So we are a few weeks into summer. You got any summer plans? Any of you out there have any summer plans? Any vacations? We got one that I don't really want to talk about right just yet.
I mean, it makes me.
I don't want to talk about it just yet.
It makes me anxious.
Yeah. I mean,
but if we keep talking about it, we're gonna talk about it. We ain't gonna talk about it.
Yeah. But yeah, what is everybody else doing?
So maybe next time we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Next go around.
We'll be real close, and we may have to do our podcast from there. Figure out how to get that done.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
We'll see. Or maybe we don't want to be transmitting nothing over those airways. maybe we don't want to be doing that.
Maybe that's true too. Yeah, any vacation plans? We did go down to on the January 4th. Yeah. Oh yeah. That was day one. Priscilla. He did do that. That's about the only thing that's happened on day one that he said was gonna happen.
Yep.
He did say we're gonna fire a bunch of people and hire a bunch of dumb people. They've been doing that since day one.
Yeah, he did tell us that.
Unqualified people did do that. So I guess yes, Sonia, we are in a mess because of terrible. But we did spend, and we probably talked about this. We went down to Lake Norman.
We did talk about that.
So, but that was nice.
Some family time.
Nice with some family time.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it may turn out to be. Are we on record to have the hottest summer? I don't know if it's been
probably
this hot.
Every year is always the hottest summer. Every year is always the hottest summer.
Forever.
So Essence Fest was last week. We didn't go. We've gone a couple times. I enjoyed it, but it sounds like people were not happy about the Essence Festival. There's not a lot that I can say about it. I wasn't there. But does anybody know anybody who went down to New Orleans? Now, New Orleans is my favorite city. I think it's my favorite city. I think if I had a choice, like somebody says, come to the airport and go wherever you want to go, I would probably go to New Orleans.
We have definitely been there more than anywhere else.
Yeah, I like it.
I like it there better than.
I like the culture. I like the food. Yeah,
it's the whole vibe. It's cool. It's
It is. It's a good place to visit. Another place that was devastated by storms that hasn't been fully rebuilt yet. So when places like the Essence Festival show up, with all the money, it kind of, it's a double-edged sword that they are not giving back to the locals, the community that is still building from 2005, so 20 years ago. Is that when Katrina was? When was Katrina?
Yeah, I think 20 years ago, coming up on 20th anniversary.
2005. That's
20th anniversary.
Wild.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Especially when you have a sponsor like Target. Going to Target?
Nope.
Anybody been to Target? Anybody?
Nope.
Not fully supporting the Target boycott? Like, how do you feel about the Target boycott? And I do understand that those sponsorships are, some multi-year sometimes. So maybe Target didn't just get on board. I don't remember Target was a sponsor when we went there. I don't remember.
They were.
Yeah. So it may be a multi-year deal, where the Target was, already there. But did the Essence Festival request anything of them? Did they ask for them? Did they demand anything of them this year in particular?
I don't know.
Since they're rolling back their DEI initiatives, what do the people at the table ask of the target folk?
Yeah. And Target was out there too. Target was doing some things. They were
Target used to be good until, they bow down to the orange man, kiss the ring.
I mean, you could have said, hey, well, it's crazy.
So Priscilla says yes and no. Was it a yes and a no? What's the no? You didn't go to Essence Fest. Oh no, you're not shopping at Target.
Yes, you.
Oh yes, you shopping at Target. Which is it?
Yeah, Essence Fest Target. We had too many conversations.
Which is it? We had a lot going on.
But yeah, Essence Fest was good. Again, part of it probably just being in New Orleans. So yeah, I have a question there. So there is, when you talked about Katrina, there is someone is doing a documentary 20 years after Katrina took place. And I think it's going to be, they're going to focus on some of the underserved neighborhoods and really take a look at those neighborhoods and how they were impacted, and before, during, and after, and all of those things. And so my question to you is, like, those documentaries, because I know a lot of times those type of documentaries just bring back a lot of trauma and there's a lot of things.
Yeah. And you know how I feel about trauma porn, especially Black trauma porn. Like,
yeah,
it's like a money racket that people.
It is, and I
just go and you're gonna talk to these people and have them relive the most horrible time of their life for what? For what? You are then going to take that documentary to the lawmakers and say, we demand that you build up the Ninth Ward? Like, what is the purpose of the documentary?
Yeah. And so, yeah, that's part of a catch, because I appreciate documentaries for the facts and the factual historical piece of documentaries.
Yeah.
But to your point, yeah, if people are doing it off the suffering and the hurt of all of that for just pure monetary reason, trying to monetize somebody's trauma.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I don't like that.
Mm-mm.
But again, for the facts and for the truth
but I mean, it's been 20 years. I don't know if there's anything new that they're going to uncover other than people still have not come back to New Orleans. Yeah. Black people are still displaced. Communities are still not built up. I mean, is there going to be any good news in the documentary? Like, what is the good news? So,
I don't know.
I don't know. I probably will not watch that.
And it's supposed to, and I'm trying to think, it's supposed to be by someone that's a very good historian and very good person that creates documentaries. So the credibility of that is really on the documentary side. It is a well-known person who has done documentaries in the past and does them justice when they do documentaries of like that. Because most of the time they are, documentaries a lot of times revealing truths and revealing hidden secrets of things that didn't take place, or stories that haven't been told. So we'll see.
So what are you all watching this summer? Are you binging anything? I've kind of fell onto a show on Netflix. It's called Never Have I Ever. Started watching it. I put it on one night to fall asleep to, because I was looking for something to fall asleep. I am a person with a TV in my room that is on when I fall asleep. So I was just looking for something to fall asleep to, and I didn't fall asleep. Like, I kept watching it. And I got through probably one whole season and then realized these are not high school. These are not high school kids. These people are old. Like, these high school kids got these bags under their eyes. And so, but I am enjoying the content. So I did start watching that. So that's probably what I'm watching. I guess I should be asking, what are we reading? I'm still making my way through the post-traumatic slave syndrome. Kind of stalled on that. But that's been a really good book. So what are you watching or what are you reading for the summer? What's on your summer reading list? Or what's on your summer watch list?
Said no Target.
Very good.
Very good. No Target. No Target. Yeah, what's on the reading? What's the last book? The next book? Does anybody like the audiobook listening?
I am normally a visual person. I kind of like touching, feeling, and flipping books, but I do like listening to them too. If I'm in the car, I do, especially if it's in the author's voice. You know, you
Yeah.
read a book and you kind of do use your own voice with the author. You can. I do like those.
Oh, yeah, that is good.
Alrighty,
That is.
so we're getting close to our destination. So
We
we're
are
gonna
getting
start
there. The weather has been.
winding down. I
Yeah.
don't hear the thunder anymore.
I don't know. It was rough while ago. I saw
It was.
it light up outside behind you.
And we were on when I came in here, the TV was on, so we were under a severe thunderstorm warning.
Yeah. And yeah, I don't want to go back there, but maybe one day soon we won't get those warnings anymore. That is part of the
Priscilla said the
funding that's going to.
Let Them Theory book. The Let Them Theory book sounds interesting.
Is what kind of book is that, Priscilla? The Let Them Theory book. I'm going to look that up.
Yeah, we'll look that up.
The Let Them Theory book. So we will be hanging out soon at the National Convention of the NAACP.
Mm-hmm.
So we are hoping to learn even more.
Our first official acts.
Yes, as officers.
Officers. Okay.
And again, just hoping to learn the ins and outs of this organization and really come back to help organize our communities, organize neighborhoods, and again, as I said earlier, so we can begin to watch out one for another, because we are finding out daily that we might be all we have to look out for us and to look out one for another. I like that, Priscilla.
That sounds like
taking your
an
power
amazing
back,
book.
start giving power. Yeah,
that's what we've been talking about. We do not concede our power.
Yeah. So that's good.
All right.
You ready to get off this boat?
Because I know you and I know how long it takes you. We just want to be succinct.
On time. Hold on, what?
Succinct and on time.
Succinct?
Succinct. SUCCIN. Succinct.
I'm trying to put you on the spot, but I'm going to make that word up.
Listen, don't play with me. Don't play with me. Because words is words, right? When you thought nougat wasn't a word.
You're making a word like nougat.
Succinct is a word. And somebody drops the word succinct in the chat and tell us what it means.
I'm looking up in the dictionary.
Precise.
You're telling me all these big fancy words.
Hang out with me, I'm gonna learn you something.
Don't be trying to make me look crazy on the airwaves.
You hanging with me, I'm gonna learn you something.
Mm-hmm. Make me feel like I don't know.
Anyway, this is why I was circling. I was blow the horn, whatever it is, the foghorn. Get us headed on back. Let me go ahead and what do we call these? Our disembarkation.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a word? Because that's got a lot of letters in it.
I know that word.
Embarkation.
I know that word.
Okay. Okay. So, this week I had the privilege to have dinner with a couple of my friends. I do that, as, part of my self-care. I did get to indulge in a little self-care today too. Went and got me a pedicure. Those are always nice. About an hour of just doing nothing while people dote on you. But anyway, part of my self-care is to hang out with my friends, dinner, at least once a month. And so I was at dinner with my friends and
you did. Wait.
What?
They like these flus we get.
What's that?
They only supposed to be once a month, but they come out more.
They 100-year flus? No, that's because I got a couple friend groups.
Oh, God.
So I got a friend group that I see once a month. Now I might got 4 friend groups. So I might be out of the house once a week. But these friend groups are once a month.
Okay.
Once a month.
Okay.
And it ain't
See,
even that
that's why
often.
you got
It's
to,
not
that's
even
why
that
you got to
often.
know the facts.
Anyway,
Go ahead, go ahead.
anyway, and then it was my friend, and conversation came up, and we did not fully agree with one another. As a matter of fact, we were on opposite ends of the spectrum. Now, these are friends that I have known for a decade or more, 10, 20, 30 years. And so the conversation got a little heated because, I'm passionate about the people. And that's kind of what we were talking about. So this particular subject, I was passionately on one side, and my friend maybe was passionately on the other end of the spectrum. And so we did not agree, but we listened to each other, and we stayed respectful. And at the end, she said, "Are we still friends?" She said, "Are we still friends?" Like, of course, we're still friends. Now, she is a friend who has known me so long that she knows that there's a possibility we might not be friends. There's a possibility that after this, it's a deal breaker. But no, so um, it's just a reminder that you can disagree without being disagreeable, right? As long as the respect is there, you can pretty much talk about anything. So common ground is nice. But mutual respect is essential for relationships, and that's any relationship. That is a what's this? A marriage. It could be a marriage. It could be friends. It could be with your children. We still friends. That's all this time. We still friends. So respect keeps the relationship strong, even when opinions differ. And so I will leave you with that. That you argue with the facts, I guess, and not disregard people's feelings. Although the conversation we were having were based strictly on facts and not like opinion. Well, no, either way, I'm about to talk myself out of this, but
Of being friends, or
just being,
or you being right. I know you're gonna talk yourself.
And that's the thing. Do you want to be right or do you want to be friends?
That's to the other person.
Do you want to be right or do you want to be married?
Oh, I'm staying married.
Okay.
That's why I'm gonna let you
Sometimes you might be right.
I'll make that word up while it goes to
So anyway, I'm bringing this in. So in any relationship, remain respectful. Remain respectful of people's feelings, remain respectful of people's opinions. And even though you may not agree, and I don't like to agree to disagree, because especially when I'm right, we're gonna agree. We're gonna agree. We're not gonna agree to disagree because I don't like that. But remain respectful. And check your relationships and check yourself. Like I said, Walyne said something like, it may make you feel uncomfortable, but sit in discomfort for a little bit. And then figure out moving forward, what that's gonna look like. So I don't know. What did I say? You sum that up. Sum it up into one nice little tidy. I think I did say common ground is nice, but mutual respect is essential. So I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, we can talk about anything as long as you realize that I'm right and you're wrong.
Pretty much.
Okay. All right. So it looks like all I can say is bye. Because you weren't pithy or succinct or anything.
Did you look
right
up
then.
succinct?
It ain't enough.
You didn't spell it right. Let me see it.
I mean, let
me see it. Succinct.
Succintuous.
No. How did you spell it? Go ahead.
I mean,
don't wait for me.
No, we gotta go. So you want, not only do I not know the word, but now you're gonna make me not know how to spell it.
There it is, right there. Succinct.
Let's see.
What does succinct mean?
It means characterized by clear, precise expression in few words, concise and terse. If you would pronounce it right, I would have known what it was.
What did I say?
You said
I said succinct. That's exactly what I said. And then I spelled it SUCCINCT. Succinct. Either way, it's the opposite of what you normally are. That's why we started early and now we're late. Short time. It's your
It's
time.
my fault.
It's your time.
So we start 10 minutes or you talk for
Don't
9
argue
minutes.
with me.
You talk for
Let's not be
9 minutes.
disagreeable.
You talk for 9 minutes and tell me to hurry up.
Let's not be disagreeable.
Talk for 9 minutes and then look at that clock.
Let's
You
not
ain't got a
be
whole lot of time,
disagreeable. Talk to the people.
man.
Talk to the people.
Be my
Amen. That's it. Good night.
I need no rum yum. I need to meditate for a minute. I'm just gonna say bye.
No, you don't get off that easy.
I don't get off to these.
No.
All right. Thank you for joining us.
No, now you Russell Simmons.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us. Peace, love, and soul.
But that's another thing we haven't watched. Bernie Mac.
Oh yeah,
We
Bernie.
never watched Bernie Mac when he was on TV, but we be giggling, kicking, at Bernie Mac now. Every show, every
Bernie
show,
Mac's
it's just
hilarious.
like LOL.
It is. And a lot of them old shows, you hear things, you be like, "Ooh, y'all was cutting up back then."
He would have probably got canceled. Bernie would have been canceled already.
Back then.
Okay.
But we are grateful for the journey. Thank you. In these difficult days, in these times where it feels like, I really got kind of, I don't want to say depressed, but when that group was in California, Karen Bass was out there in the street, and when that sheriff said, "Get used to it, 'cause we ain't going nowhere," it kind of gave me a feeling of like hopelessness a little bit. Because again, they do have this control, this power, but I still believe that there's some good people, and I feel the good is going to outweigh the bad eventually. Don't know how that's going to look. Don't know what it's going to take to get there, but keep hope alive, as Jesse said. But again, continue to focus and do what you need to do to take care of yourself, whether it's dinners with friends, whether it's turning off TVs, whatever that is to you. Share it. I've said this before, just find your space, whether it's going to eat ice cream, whether it's whatever it is, take that time and know that it's okay to disengage for a little while and to shut down for a little while to take care of you, because we need you to be your best you. We need you to be all of you, because it's going to take all of us to make this change. And as Madam President said at the end of her speech at the installation, as the great, great poet Teddy Pendergrass said, this world ain't going to get no better if we just let it be. But we can change the world. Just you and me.
Continue to chart the right path
And me.
for your life.
You and
See you in 2 weeks.
you and me.